Viewers, let's go straight across and get an opposition point of view. We are joined by Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, three-time MP, Parliament, also member of the Standing Committee on Commerce. Dr. Singhvi, your first reaction to this budget, the interim budget, vote on account.
Well, the most charitable thing which can be said about it is only a vote on account, an interim budget, and therefore we don't expect it to be very historical or substantive or big. That, of course, is true. But then when you have a program to discuss the budget, you cannot help but say that even in an interim budget, you're supposed to be doing some things, minimal things maybe, medium-term things maybe, but still some things for the good of the country. Now, the best thing with this budget is done is a short budget speech. Hasn't done much more. There is, for example, a mention I noticed of caste twice in that speech, but not a word about unemployment. My colleague has given you today in the press in the day the figures for urban unemployment, rural unemployment, graduates below 25, graduates from 30 to 34. I'm not going to bore you with figures, but it's a serious problem the country has. There is unfortunately nothing by way of talking about it, giving even a minimalist plan for employment generation, etc. The other thing, Rahul, I would say is that there is a very strange list I have of about almost 25-30 items where there is underspending. It's peculiar. They make a lot of noise, but a major set of schemes, almost 20 in number, and I'm not going to give you the details, from Ayushman Bharat Mission to Swachh Bharat Mission, Grameen or urban, to Pradhan Mantri Ayushman Bharat Health Infrastructure, to modernization of police forces. The list goes on. There is huge underspending. In some underspending, in other words, allocated X and spent 33% less, 25% less. So that shows somewhere that there is a mismatch between planning, execution, intention, and there is no question of allocating such monies if you have not planned in advance for spending them properly. And lastly, Rahul, there are some good things which caught my eye, and I have no hesitation in saying. For example, the National Health Mission has increased slightly, not much, but slightly. In particular, I like the increase of world-class institutions expenditure, a particular head, by 500 crores. But these are sort of, somewhat cosmetic and minimalist positives against largely a very insipid, almost a forgettable, highly forgettable event.